Good morning, everybody, and welcome to this week's Sunday School Short. This lesson is intended to match the lectionary for Sunday, May 16th, 2021, and it is the 7th week in Easter. So today is the last Sunday of Easter and the day we celebrate Jesus' disciples. Next Sunday, when we get together, we'll be celebrating the start of the Christian church in a new season, Pentecost. So we're looking forward to that next week. So today, we're going to hear a story about Jesus' disciples, but the question is, who are the disciples? What do they look like? What do they wear? What kinds of things would they have liked to do? So we're going to hear a story about them and find out how the 12th disciple was picked in that process. So this story is called The Disciples Choose, and it comes to us from the book of Acts in the very first chapter. So it says, Peter counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He counted more. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. How many believers are at this meeting? So by that we can gather that the disciples are together with a big group of people who are following Jesus, and there's a lot of people gathered. There are almost too many to count, Peter said. About 120 people crowded around Peter. We need 12 disciples to teach about Jesus, began Peter. Without Judas, there are only 11 of us. Help us pick one new disciple. The crowd wondered who it should be. We should pick someone who followed Jesus, Peter said. Someone who saw Jesus after he rose from the dead. But who should it be? Remember, Judas was the one who betrayed Jesus, so they're trying to replace a 12th person. A rumble went through the crowd. Someone yelled, "Pick Barsabbas." "Choose Matthias," called another. "We have two good choices," said Peter. "Barsabbas and Matthias are both followers of Jesus, but we can only pick one. Let's ask God to help us choose." So take a minute now and think about how you decide between two things. Maybe you have two choices for supper or two choices for what book you want to read, and how do you make that decision? We're going to find out how the disciples made their decision. All 120 believers and the 11 disciples prayed, "Dear God, you know Matthias inside and out. You know Barsabbas inside and out. Please show us who you choose to be our new disciple." After praying, the 11 disciples cast lots. All those watching held their breath. Who would be the next disciple? "It's Matthias," Peter called. "Let's welcome him." We now have 12 disciples who can be leaders and teach about Jesus. So there we have the story of how the 12th disciple came into being right at the beginning of Acts. And then if you continue to read through Acts, it tells about the different acts where things that the apostles had done in teaching about Jesus. So I have a little game that we'll play, and I'm going to do a would you rather, and you're going to make a choice between two things. So would you rather eat pizza or macaroni and cheese? So go ahead and think about your answer. How about eat hot dogs or broccoli? And I think I know what most of you will choose for that one. Would you rather swim or play basketball? Would you rather play video games or a board game? Would you rather sing or play a musical instrument? Would you rather be an actor in a play or a football player? And lastly, would you rather go fishing or fly a kite? And if I went through those questions too fast, feel free to pause it and think about them, or even go back and you can pause after each question if you want to talk about your answers with anyone that you might be watching with. And we have to remember that no matter what preferences or choices we make, we are all disciples of Jesus. We are able to go out and teach about him and spread his love just as his 12 disciples do. So to wrap up for today, we're going to do a song called Jesus in the Morning. And many of you who come to Sunday school will recognize this song. So we're going to put the lyrics on the screen for you, and I will push play. And that will be the end of the lesson then. So please join us next week for that Pentecost lesson. And then we'll be talking soon about Vacation Bible School activities for the summer.